sure will. We're looking at very warm to hot temperatures. In fact, earlier today, that was the case. Still hot tomorrow, but we are eventually expecting a cool down in store. So we'll have more on that coming up in a minute. But first, we're taking you outside to our Malibu camera, to our Saddle Peak camera to be exact, overlooking the ocean right there. Clear skies, keeping things that way, but there is a little bit of low cloud cover sitting offshore, and that's eventually going to push its way into our forecast into the morning hours, but mainly just along the coast. Temperature-wise, well, we're in the 60s and 70s and the 80s. Palmdale, 80 degrees, Riverside, 79, and Laguna Beach, you're currently at 71. Pretty warm forecast for you. So high pressure is building into Southern California, and as a result, we're looking at above average temperatures, keeping things that way in most spots, at least close to average or, again, a little above average through tomorrow. Then low pressure moves in, and as it does, we are expecting a little bit of a cool down and a little more cloud cover in the mix, mainly along the coast as we head toward the weekend. So we're going to have that weekend forecast coming up for you. We'll tell you exactly how much cooler it's going to get coming up, but you'll see earlier today we made it to 79 in downtown, average is 81, and record numbers 98. Didn't get anywhere close to 98 degrees today, but we're inching, well, maybe a little closer as we head into tomorrow, especially through some of our inland spots. So we're going to have tomorrow's forecast along with the weekend forecast coming up in just a little bit. Back to you.
Yeah, I thought like 3 miles was
a mile on the treadmill, and I'm done for the day.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot. That's
and in
heavy
the sand,
duty.
that's way tougher.
That's like 3 times as hard.
But you know what? No shin splints. It's better to run on sand.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, than it is on,
really?
on track.
I get a bad. I got to run uphill, they say. It helps out. In case you have shin splints.
But it's good for your toes if you ran uphill.
We should get we need a health reporter out here. That's what we need.
True. Lisa Siegel. All right, but yes, speaking of the sand, we've got the 4th of July coming up. We've got beach weather in our forecast. We've had beach weather in our forecast. We really can't complain. It's been nice out there. We've seen mid-70s, plenty of sunshine, and that's going to continue to be the case for now. For now, yes, being the key. That's just for downtown, though. Record numbers 98 degrees. As we head into the next 24 hours, we're expecting to see 60s, 70s, and by the afternoon back up into the 80s, which is right around average for this time of year. 81 in downtown, Anaheim 82, Riverside 91, Woodland Hills, you're getting up to about 95 degrees as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So a pretty toasty day on tap, at least for now. So you'll see Futurecast is set for the overnight hours, and we're looking at maybe a bit of patchy cloud cover. We did see a few clouds out there, nothing major, and it's not going to be really major tomorrow, but we will see maybe a little bit more patchy fog along the coast. But by the late morning hours and the afternoon hours, again, nothing but sunshine for us as we head into your Friday. Again, some changes on the way. We're going to have that coming up in your 5-day forecast. Actually, it looks like we've got your 5-day forecast right here. We were meaning to show you a different one, but let's just go with this. 80s, 90s in the valleys, and the coast, we're topping out into the 70s for the remainder of the week. Back to you.
All right. Evelyn, thanks. We'll time now.
And we're going to have your forecast coming up for the rest of the week and the weekend in just a few minutes. But it'll be nice enough, and we're going to continue tracking that 4th of July forecast, alliteration, a lot of F's there, right? We're going to continue tracking that for you as we move through the next few days here. Right now, though, we are tracking a gorgeous forecast as we get a look at LAX this evening. Mostly clear skies out there. A little bit of cloud cover starting to creep in. We're going to see a little bit of it in the morning hours along the coast, but for the most part, we're keeping things very clear in the basin and into our inland spots as well, with that very warm temperatures to go along with the clear skies. 68 in downtown, 79 in Palmdale. Over to the Lucerne Valley, 75 degrees, 78 in the IE, Riverside, Temecula 64, and Laguna Beach here at 71 degrees. High pressure is building into Southern California. As it does, well, we're looking at above average temperatures. Still holding strong for tomorrow, but eventually low pressure sauntering in. And once it gets here, we're expecting a little bit of a cool down. Not only cooler, but possibly a little cloudier as we move through your weekend. As we move through the next 24 hours, we are expecting pretty warm numbers today. We got up to 79. We were close to average. Tomorrow hitting average at 81 degrees under sunny skies. So again, we're getting up to 81 tomorrow in downtown. Santa Monica, gorgeous 74 degrees, Palmdale 94, Riverside 91, and Woodland Hills, you're getting up to about 95 degrees as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So great looking forecast for us. You'll see right here on Futurecast, the clouds staying away from the coast for the most part, but there is a little bit of patchy cloud cover working its way into the forecast into the morning hours. Nothing major, again, very minimal at this point, but don't be surprised if you see a little bit of cloud cover first thing in the morning at the coast. By 12:30, nice and sunny. And you're going to see for the valleys in the Inland Empire, nothing but sunshine over the next few days. Hot temperatures tomorrow, a little cooler by Saturday, but we're still in the 90s. By Sunday, even cooler. We're in the 80s, and we're keeping things that way as we head to Monday and Tuesday. So as we start to approach the 4th of July, we're expecting upper 80s into those inland spots. For the basin in Orange County, 80s turning to 70s, a little cooler by your Sunday, mid 70s by your Monday, and a little bit of low cloud cover in the morning as we head into Tuesday, but we are expecting sunshine by the afternoon. And finally, getting a look at one more 5-day forecast for the coast. Still a beach day tomorrow, even though we could see a little bit of patchy cloud cover in the morning hours. Then by Saturday, a little cooler. By Sunday, little cooler with a few clouds, and then by Monday, low cloud cover, and really not a lot of change between your Sunday, your Monday, and your Tuesday, the day before the 4th of July. Back to you. 4th of July weekend right around the corner, and we're looking at a pretty gorgeous forecast. It was warm today. It's going to continue to stay that way at least through tomorrow with a few changes in store as we head toward the weekend. For now, we're getting a look at Long Beach this evening, and as we do, mostly clear. A little bit of cloud cover expected along the coast, just patchy cloud cover potentially in the morning hours, but by the afternoon, nothing but sunshine and warm temperatures. So you'll see right here temperatures in the 60s, a few 70s, 77 in Palmdale, 66 in downtown, 64 in San Pedro, and 65 in Laguna Beach currently. And we do have high pressure holding strong over the forecast. And you'll see right here, as a result, well, we're going to be looking at pretty warm temperatures, above average for the most part, or at least at average over the next 24 hours. Then low pressure starts to move in, and as it does, well, naturally it's going to cool us down. It's also bringing a little bit of cloud cover into the forecast as well. So we're going to show you how that's going to turn out as we head toward the weekend in just a little bit, but I'm going to show you how today turned out. 79 degrees. That was the forecast high in downtown. Average is 81. So we were a few degrees below average, and by tomorrow afternoon, well, we're talking average temperatures, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Temperatures look a little bit like this: 81 in downtown, Santa Monica 74, Palmdale 94, and Woodland Hills getting up to 95 degrees by the time we hit tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be warm for now, but I will tell you, by the time we hit the weekend, we are expecting a little bit of a cooler forecast, cooler and cloudier for you. So we're going to break that all down for you coming up in your 5-day forecast in just a little bit. Lena and Sylvia, back to you. Okay. And here at home, still dealing with the hot weather, but we are expecting some changes on the way. We'll have your full forecast coming up.
Well, it's good that things are changing a little bit for the folks in Colorado, and we're getting a few changes.
We sure are, yeah. We're getting a little shift in wind as low pressure comes our way actually this weekend. So temperatures, I know. Lena, I don't think likes it this hot.
No.
I kind of like it. It's pretty hot out there. We've seen 90s into our inland spots. That's going to continue through tomorrow, 80s. 70s as well by the coast. So if you like that kind of thing, well, you're going to like tomorrow, and then by the time we hit the weekend, we are expecting some changes. So we'll tell you exactly what we can expect. So you'll see right here on radar, not a lot of cloud cover out there whatsoever right now, just a few spotty patches, but for the most part clear. And we're also dealing with mild conditions. 66 in downtown, 76 in Palmdale, and 75 for Riverside right now. So high pressure is, well, still holding strong over Southern California, at least for now, keeping temperatures near or above average as we head into tomorrow. Then, as we head toward the weekend, a trough of low pressure coming our way, and as that starts to move in, we are expecting cooler temperatures and possibly cloudier conditions as well, especially as we head toward the second part of the weekend into the first part of next week. So yes, that does mean maybe a bit of cloud cover for the 4th of July. We're going to continue tracking that 4th of July forecast coming up for you through the week here. But you'll see earlier today we made it to 79 and sunny in downtown. 81 is average. We're going to make it to 81 over to the next 24 hours, it looks like. 74 in Santa Monica, 82 in Anaheim, Riverside 91, and Woodland Hills. You're getting up to about 95 degrees as we enter tomorrow afternoon. As we get a look at Futurecast right here, mostly clear skies with a bit of patchy cloud cover along the coast in the morning hours. Nothing too major. We're still expecting sunny skies by about lunchtime and still expecting very warm temperatures. Take a look right here. For the basin in Orange County, 80s eventually turning to 70s by your Saturday, mid-70s. A little cooler, a little cloudier by your Sunday, but we're still talking 75 as a high, so it won't be too cool. It's just going to be a little below average. For the coast, mid-70s turning to low 70s, turning to about 70 as we head to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. And finally, getting a look at one more 5-day forecast for you this evening. You'll see for the valleys in the Inland Empire, sunshine across the board, mid-90s turning to low 90s, upper 80s by your Sunday, sunny and warm and keeping things that way as we head into your Tuesday. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
All right, Ed.
And we've got a cool down in the forecast. We'll tell you when and how much cooler we're going to get. That's all coming up. Don't go away.
But first, here's what's
Aaron and I
big
will go.
fan of the Spider-Man series.
Oh, me too.
You know?
Huge fan.
Spider-Man.
I like Batman. The Batman's coming out.
Batman's
I
cool
want to see
too.
the Batman. I think July
Yeah.
20th. I'm stoked for that.
Yeah, that should be good.
That'll
too.
be good too. But they're all good. Spider-Man, Batman, all
Yeah.
classics. And even the newer movies always great too. So.
The newer comic movies?
Yes.
All right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Sharon and I will go. We'll wait for Batman. Okay. We'll take you outside. Let's talk about our forecast because, well, the weekend is approaching, getting awfully close. It's Friday Eve, right? And, well, as we get a look outside right now, temperatures in the 60s right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. Mostly clear skies right now. We're expecting maybe a bit of patchy cloud cover as we head into the overnight and as we head into the morning hours as well. Temperatures, as we mentioned, in the 60s for the most part. Other spots still sitting in the 70s. The high desert in the IE in particular, 73 in Riverside. Laguna Beach at 65, Malibu 63, Valencia at 68. Earlier today downtown we made it to 79, average is 81, so we were a few degrees below average for this time of year. Well, record numbers not getting anywhere close into the 90s, but we are talking 90s into our inland spots as we head into tomorrow. Take a look, Palmdale 94, Riverside 91, in Woodland Hills you're getting up to 95, the beach in the 70s, Anaheim 82, in downtown, as we just mentioned, 81 degrees, so right at average as we head into tomorrow. So high pressure is still holding strong over Southern California, but eventually a trough of low pressure is going to dip into our forecast right here. Again, high pressure still the name of the game tomorrow. With that, we're going to see the warm weather continue, the sunshine continue, but eventually as this trough starts to dig into the Southland, we're going to start to see a little bit of a cool down again as we head toward the weekend here. So you'll see right here your 5-day forecast for the basin in Orange County. 80s turning to 70s, turning to, well, cloudier conditions as we head into Sunday and Monday. Not too cloudy, just a little bit of low cloud cover first thing in the morning. As we get a look at your next 5-day forecast for the coast, 70s and keeping things that way all week long. And, well, getting, of course, a little cooler as we head to Sunday next week. And finally, checking in with our inland spots. The valleys in the Inland Empire, mid-90s tomorrow, low 90s by Saturday, and by Sunday, upper 80s, and keeping things in the upper 80s as we head into your Monday and Tuesday, the day before the 4th of July, and looks like temperatures will hold through your Wednesday. The concern, that fog, that will be certainly a concern in the forecast through the beginning of next week and the second part of our weekend. So we're going to continue to track that 4th of July forecast for you. And of course, your weekend forecast looking pretty good. Back to you.
All right.
And we're expecting temperatures to eventually cool down. We'll tell you when and how much cooler it's going to get coming up. Microclimates, yes, it's sort of nature's potpourri here in the Southland kicking in. And yes, indeed, we're actually experiencing the microclimates right now. We're taking you outside to LAX. A little bit of cloud cover along the coast right now, but mild temperatures. We're in the 60s, and that's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. As we get a look at radar, you're going to see right here, well, mostly clear skies with a bit of patchy cloud cover. That's going to be the case through the morning hours, especially along the coast. Temperatures in the 60s, a few 70s, 73 in Palmdale, 63 Valencia, 64 in downtown, and 63 in San Pedro this evening. So high pressure is building into Southern California, and as a result, well, we're still looking at warm, even above average temperatures in some spots. But as we head toward the weekend, low pressure is going to start to move in, and as it does, it's going to be a little cooler, and yes, it's going to be a little cloudier as well as we head toward the weekend. So earlier today, we made it to 79. That was for downtown. Average is 81. Record number is 98. So we didn't get anywhere close to those record numbers. And we're not getting close tomorrow, but we're still going to be right at average for downtown over the next 24 hours, 60s, 70s, and yes, 80s with plenty of sunshine by the time we hit the afternoon. Santa Monica 74, Anaheim 82, Riverside 91, and Woodland Hills you're getting up to a pretty toasty 95 degrees as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So as we get a look at your extended forecast, your 5-day forecast, you're going to see right here, well, temperatures staying quite warm tomorrow. 80s for the basin. For the valleys, we're looking at 90s and sunny with the exception of the coast. And by Sunday, a little cooler and keeping things that way as we head into your Monday and Tuesday. So the June gloom is, well, technically it's going to be July, so it really won't be June gloom by next week when we're almost there, but it will be in the forecast. Low clouds and fog with pretty warm numbers. Pat and Paul, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dave. No, I know you'll go see that because you go see every movie.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll go see that.
And I know it won't be that Spider-Man on Hollywood Boulevard, so I'll go see that.
You even saw Piranha 3D 12.
No, I didn't.